So I wanted to just start about telling a little about my story, how I started yoga. So since I was born in Iran, in an Armenian family. So my yoga journey started from Iran. So the day that I just remember the day that I went, that I was signed up for a dance class. And I went to that dance class and they told that the dance class is canceled. So you have the option, if you want, you can go to a yoga class. And I was like, okay, so let's try the yoga class. And from that moment that I just tried the yoga class, it changed my life completely. So my life changed from that moment because I just experienced something on the mat that it was beyond my expectations. It was the way that... it was just not the physical part, but it was the way that I was feeling the effect on my daily life too. As most of you know that yoga is not just a physical activity, or it is not just acting the poses in the perfect way, but it is beyond that. It is the way that it is showing you how to speak, how to act, how to hear, how to move in your whole life. Until that, after all of that, I just decided to participate in teachers training courses in India because I really wanted to share and spread this whole knowledge of yoga to people who they were interested. So I traveled to India and I started my teachers training programs. And after that, when I came back, everything through my lifestyle changed. I became vegetarian. I became vegetarian. I just started to practice every day at 5 a.m. on morning. The thing which happened was I decided to open a studio in Iran. So as I opened the studio, I just built a huge community in Iran. As some of you are following me, I have a huge community on Instagram that they are all Iranians. So after that, through some situations in my life, in my personal life, through Iran. So we decided to close our studio in Iran, and we decided to just move to Armenia with my husband. As we moved to Armenia, I just started my teachers training courses and program to my students, for those who want to travel to India and to just complete these teachers training courses. So I just guided them through that courses, and after that I started, and after the COVID time I just did all of that in an online way. So after that online time, after the COVID, so I decided to just build a studio in Yerevan. As I was searching a lot in Yerevan for a good studio with professional teachers, but I couldn't find any, as they are really sharing the essence of yoga. And so that I just started to just search and see if I can just start something new and build something new in Yerevan, as I had lots of fears to start. But when I was talking to my teacher told me that just realize why you're here, why you're in Yerevan. And I believe that every one of us that we are here right now, we are here for a reason too. So he told me that just think about that, why you're in Yerevan, and what you're going to just build and spread everything through this a word to the people that they need that. And he gave me lots of courage. And he gave me that to take the risk. He gave me that strength to start. And so I just built the studio. We just founded the studio with my husband, which we called it Guru. And Guru means the spiritual teacher. Guru means in the word, if you divide it into two words, Gu means darkness and Ru means lightness. As it means someone who is just guiding you through the darkness to lightness. So as I know that all of us, we all have difficulties in our lives. We all have sufferings. We all have pains in our lives. We all have challenges in our lives. And through these challenging moments in our lives, no one can help us. no one can heal us. No doctor, no like healer, no teacher. Yes, they can guide us, but they cannot change something in us until we want to change something in us. So it is just us. It is just yourself. So because of that, I'm always telling that you are your own guru. As in the main studio, in the main hall in our studio, we place this quote on the wall that you are your own guru, so that you can all remind yourself that you are your own healer, you are your own guide, you are your own guru. So after that, the idea like behind the guru was to opening a space that when a person just enters to that space can feel that they are disconnecting from the world outside, and they're entering to a space which can they feel that calmness, that peace, that sense of belonging, that sense of support, that sense of love, because we have lack of love, right? So we started to just build this beautiful community by just spreading our all love. So I know that some of you just visited us in the studio, and you know that from the moment that you're just entering to the studio, me and my husband are just welcoming you with like big smiles. At the beginning, they were like, "Are they crazy?" And we were like, but then we just thought that they just thought that okay, it is the love that we're spreading with our all heart and with these smiles. And I'm very, very thankful to all our students, to all our teachers, which supported us. And until now, it is about 2 years that we founded the studio, and we could just do a lot, like doing retreats to all around the world, like India, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and we just opened the academy part of the Guru. So these are all the achievements that we just had through the Guru Yoga Studio. And I wanted to just move to the heart of my talk, as I translated a book from my teacher, Sharat Joyce. It's called Ageless Yoga. And in this Ageless Yoga book, there is a part and there is a chapter which he is just explaining about his life, explaining about his yoga journey, that how he started, how he was just waking up every day at 2-3 a.m. in the morning and doing his practice. And it is difficult, right? Waking up at 2-3 a.m. and doing the practice. As I myself, at like 5 a.m. for me, it is the best thing that I can do. It is the best and the earliest time that I can wake up for my practice. But like 2-3 hours before the sunrise, it is the best time that we can just keep for our yoga practice, as it is the time that we're calling it the Brahma Murta in Sanskrit word. Brahma Murta means the time which the atmosphere is in the purest moment. As that time, everything is in the silence, and you can just get that effect of your practice in its like maximum way. So he was mentioning from that like practice thing. So it is difficult. It is again challenging to wake up at 2-3 a.m. and doing the yoga practice, the self practice. For what? Just imagine if I I wanted to just mention here about a philosophy part in yoga that we have. It's called Tapas. Tapas or tapa means to burn, means the fire. So just imagine if I put this microphone in the fire, what will happen when I put it out? Is it the same? No, right? So what will happen? It will change, right? It will change. The shape will change. It will transform to something else. So it is exactly through our bodies. When we're just challenging ourselves, like every day, waking up, not even like 5 a.m., but just committing and having that determination to just go to a yoga studio, to a class, okay? Or not to a yoga studio, just going on your mat. So we have two choices here. One is to skip to practice, and two is that choice that you're making to practice. You know that when you're just going and standing on that mat, something will happen. So you could just suffer through that pains, physical pains, right? So you should just do like that physical activities for like 1 hour. It is difficult, I know. But it is exactly the thing that you're choosing this practice because it is the tapas. Tapas means exactly this fire. Tapas means exactly these difficulties, these pains and everything. Through our lives, it is exactly like that. We all have sufferings, difficulties. We all have difficult moments, challenges. But after these moments, what is happening to us? We are not exactly that same person, right? We are changing. We are just becoming someone else. We are becoming to that growth, right? So after our practice, after this everyday practice, when we're just not suffering, but it is a good pains, right? So when we're just pushing ourselves to this like good pains of our practice, so the thing which is happening, we are not the same as we started our practice. So something is changing, the growth is happening, and the most important thing, awareness is happening. And I think that awareness is the best gift that we can have in our lives. So at the end, I wanted to just say that if you have that courage in your life to not to listen to that voices in your head, which is always telling you that you're not enough, you're not beautiful, you're not worthy, you're not good, you can't. Yeah. So I wanted to just tell, if you're not that person, that you're not letting these voices to come to your head. So just remember, you're on the element of the tapas. So you're just putting this all negativities to that fire to burn, and these impurities, this like negative thoughts to just burn. And while they are burning, so you can just bring that peace, that calmness, and that beautiful self discovery to your whole life. So, and as I always telling to my students, just do your best and remember that you are always doing your best, and that best is always enough. And thank you, and namaste to everyone.